Okay, with Sary Asmar, Turmoil, Chapter One, film from Lebanon. It's kind of a universal film in many ways. Obviously, obviously, my experience is different than yours, but there's a home that you grew up in, and there's that culture and that home that you grew up in, and it identifies you. It makes you who you are as a human, and then you kind of grow up, and then you kind of circumstances or dreams or desires kind of force you to go live somewhere else, so you're kind of caught between the world that you created, the new world, and then the old world that you still call home, I guess. And that's what your film's about, right?
Right, it's true. It's actually about I was talking in general about the people who are abroad, and they are lost between the real home and their
Yeah.
roots, and the home where and they actually found another home that uh, how do I say it? uh let's say it's like a battle between the your roots and the place you should be.
Yeah, and the place you should be. So where should you be?
Exactly, this is
Yeah.
the question. Your roots home does not give you the comfort that you need actually, so you are out looking for another place that makes you more safe or secured or whatsoever. But at the same time you're still actually logging to your roots, to your actual country.
Yeah. So you're talking about Lebanon, and then where do you live now?
Actually, I used to be between Lebanon and Saudi Arabia, but this film was about the girl that lives in Germany.
Yeah.
The girl that in the movie lives between Germany and Lebanon.
But then you kind
So
of like kind of took like your personal experience and kind of made a kind of dramatic movie about it.
exactly, exactly. Especially it was based on actual voice notes. No, there was no stage voice notes. These were voice notes taken from a real conversation between me and her, or uh, uh, voice notes that were sent from her to her, maybe relatives, maybe friends. So I've basically used everything I could uh, to show the emotions that are between being where you should be and being where you have to be.
Yeah. Where you should be and where you have to be.
Exactly.
Right. Well, they kind of contradict each other. That
Of
statement
course.
contradicts each other, right?
Exactly. Exactly. They do. They do. In a very, I was trying to show it in a bit of experimental and artistic way.
Yeah.
Uh, Feelings are very deep, and you know, it's very hard sometimes for people to, um, how do I say it, to actually show it. It sometimes people or how do I, sometimes people do fight their own thoughts, actually, their own emotions.
Hmm.
So I had to find a way just to show this feelings.
So it says Turmoil Chapter One. Is there a Chapter Two?
Of course.
Has it been done? Has it been made?
Not yet. Not yet, actually, but it's on the road of. I'm starting to. The thing is with my film that the film is not scripted, so there is no
Yeah.
script. It's just a storyline. So the purpose of having a second part of it is, maybe I'm gonna spoil it a bit, but maybe it's gonna be from a different country. Maybe it's gonna be like shooting um, from not the root country, from the where you have to be country.
Yeah,
This film was, yeah, the girl in the film is from Lebanon. So the film was shot in Lebanon.
yeah,
So the part two, maybe would be that it would be shot from Germany.
gotcha.
So it's gonna be like to show the both sides of the story.
Yeah, of course, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm working on it now.
So you had the actor and then you had to like and then you just kind of use kind of this documentary footage of Lebanon from her kind of perspective, I guess, right? That's the story.
It's not only her perspective, maybe. These shot, by the way, these shots there was no shot list. I've
Yeah,
took my camera, just took random shots of her, random shots of maybe the nature you have seen,
yeah,
the sea, since the sea means a lot to me, and I have tried to put a storyline through those shots. But it's I guess it would be it's the feeling of everyone who lives outside of his roots. Yeah, I mean, what I've tried to show throughout these shots is the not only from her perspective, it's from an expat perspective,
yeah,
I guess. Mainly, most of the expats feel this way. The urge to come to their own country. Once they come to their own country, they need to go back to the which they should be.
yeah,
Especially in Lebanon, we are not in a Lebanon is not actually in a stable condition economically, security wise, health wise. So most of the Lebanese that lives abroad are do have the urge to come to Lebanon, but at the same time, when they are here, they do have the urge to go back to their own the country they lives in.
yeah. Well, that makes total sense, right? So,
Mm.
all right. So basically, it's funny because when you shoot it, when the shot, the way it's shot, it's not like a tourist, if you know what I mean. Like it could I don't know what it is. There's that sense that the person who's shooting this knows this culture, knows this country. And
Of
it's like
course,
that's why I thought from her point of view, right? Where it's like this is what she sees the uniqueness of this community, of this country. Not you know what I mean? Like there's some certain subtleties in the shots that you selected.
there is exactly there is, but I will tell you, the thing is, I was trying to create like moments where um, everyone or every person has special memories in specific places,
Yeah,
you know, and uh, I was trying to create like places related to moments and memories. The shots that were taken at the cafe, that cafe was is a bit old, so there is memories. There is it represents a bit of the culture of Lebanon, the old
yeah,
songs, the. So I was trying to include actually everything in an experimental documentary, non-touristic way.
yeah. That's sort
So
of what it is. Yeah,
it is actually, and it is actually a bit of how do I say? It's like a roller coaster of emotions for me, at least. This is
yeah,
what I have tried to show. When you listen to her voice notes, whatever the voice note is called, you can feel that the surrounding is very busy, and
yeah,
when the surrounding is very calm, you can see her voice note is very exciting and very I don't know if you got my point.
yeah. So where did you meet Rasha and have her collaborate on this project?
Rasha is a close friend to mine, and she's a filmmaker as well.
Okay.
We've been friends for like, I guess, 5 or 6 years. And we've been into films a lot. We've been talking about films a lot. And she is into experimenting films as well. She do write these types of films, yeah, not into really commercial films. So I guess the idea came out of nowhere. I was sitting. I'm the kind of person who likes a lot the audio. I like audios a lot.
Yeah.
Uh, I used to sit in cafes recording on my phone, ambience and whatsoever. And once we were sitting in a cafe, one of the cafes that were in the film, and I was telling her that I'm gonna put my phone aside, I'm gonna record what we are talking about, and maybe I could create something very small as a short, like a 1 minute film.
Yeah.
And after that, I was trying to recap stuff. I was looking. I've asked her if she has a problem using the voice notes we are having between us, or the voice recorded stuff. She didn't mind, so I started to create this film.
Gotcha. And then that's sort of was almost spontaneous in a sense.
Yeah, it is very spontaneous. It wasn't planned at all. It took me actually like this was made last year, a year ago, but it took me a while because I had to work a lot on the sound design.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of problem with the sound, so I had to work a lot on sound design and the color grading.
And you got it done.
Ah, yep.
And so then you just kind of shot like kind of like I said, like a documentary. And then so tell me about the sound design though. Like why did you have so much difficult?
I had so many difficulties because when we were sitting in a cafe, we had a fan all running all the time. I had to clean the sound of the fan so we can hear her better. And still, there are still places that the audio was not that good, but this is the best we could have done. And it was a bit tricky because at first I had no plan to add some tonal sounds as a music sound, a bit of tonal sounds, not
Yeah.
not a track, but tonal sound. And then I had to re-add them. Um, I had to clean the voices. No, we had to work a bit on the voice notes to clear them out, and to level things up since we are working on the emotional side. I had to make all the elements of the audio pretty clear.
Yeah. Gotcha. And are you this is sort of what you do though, right? You're kind of you're an audio guy, right? You're multidisciplinary and you do lots of post production
I work
editing.
a bit on audios. I'm more into post production,
Yeah.
editing, color grading, and filmmaking. But I do work. I love music, and I do work a bit on the audio side as well.
So you're so but is experimental your thing? Is that what you if in a dream ideal world, was that what you want to focus on? Kind of this type of filmmaking?
Well, I've tried to go into commercial stuff, but I couldn't find myself there. I'm more into experimental for one reason, maybe because
Yeah.
I'm not the type of guy who is able to elaborate a lot. I don't know how to elaborate stuff or to just say things loud. I can only elaborate through visuals and sounds.
Yeah. Gotcha. That's your expression.
Exactly, kind of. Yes, I'm not. I'm an expressive guy. it's hard a bit for me to be that expressive. So I go more into visuals, into audio, into sound design, into
Yeah.
maybe script writing a bit.
So you kind of had you start with the kind of the urban environment of Lebanon and you kind of the city life and the cafes and kind of that culture. And then you kind of transition to the sea, to the fields, to the like to the nature, I guess, of of the
Yeah,
country, right? Yeah.
yeah. I'm a nature guy, by the way, and actually, water is soothing to me. So that's why you can see a lot of places I used the sea
Yeah.
actually. Uh, and it's the only place I can actually think straight or clean. So this is one of the reasons I had this transition between the sea and the mountains.
Yeah.
And as I don't as you know, in Lebanon, sea we have a lot of greeneries and we have a lot of the sea.
Yeah.
So these are the places where I run to be able to think straight or forward.
Gotcha. And you kind of you show that in the film.
Exactly. Again, because one of the reasons that this film was not scripted, there is no script.
Yeah.
I mean, there is no words to there is no personal words actually. It was always
Yeah.
hearing her talking.
And what are those old houses in the end of the film, near the end of the film?
The old houses. And this is the place. You mean at the end of the
Yeah.
film,
No, at the end,
or
like where they got those old, like near it must be near the water because it's really windy and it's got leaves and it's like these old kind of like, I don't, it doesn't seem like anybody's really living in there.
no? They
Out
are
like
living
that.
actually, but the place is very actually serene there. It's one of the places in Beirut, in actually Beirut, where you can feel the solitude,
Yeah.
but at the same time, there is no solitude. I don't
Yeah.
know if you got it's heavy, but at the same time it's empty, kind
Yeah.
of, and
It's like your film. It's a contradiction.
it's
Yeah.
always about contradiction for me.
It's a contradiction of emotions, right? So
It is actually it is. I'm a person who has always this feeling of contradiction in everything I feel. These are my emotions actually.
yeah. So what's next for you? You're gonna make chapter two soon?
I'm gonna start working on chapter soon. On chapter two soon, and maybe I would go for something else, but a bit longer, like a 30 minute or an hour. Still working, but this one is gonna be scripted actually. It's
Yeah.
gonna be scripted. Um, so maybe it would be like a documentary style.
Gotcha. And it's gonna be around 6 minutes again?
Uh, the chapter two, it will be around 6 to 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But the other one, I'm thinking about 30 to 1 hour. Depends,
Oh,
because
wow. Okay.
it's gonna be like a documentary style. Uh, but it's gonna be a bit like how do I say? Like showing, يعني, there will be all two stories running throughout the documentary. It's one generally about Lebanon, the history of Lebanon, including someone who is going throughout the eras of Lebanon. How did Lebanon start and how it is now? So we're gonna see one person uh, who has a story that is he's working, let's say, from 1850 to 2025. So it's gonna be a story. There is will be a storyline.
I was interested because I was looking at your blog interview and we asked you like what movies you watch or seen you most times in your life, and you went back to like you said, Scorsese and Hitchcock. Like, did you watch those movies when you were a kid?
Actually, I used to be a fan of Alfred Hitchcock a lot,
Yeah.
Martin Scorsese as well, David Fincher, David Lynch.
Well, like
I
the
do
old
like,
American, like the going classic American movies, I guess.
yeah, because I'm someone who likes the weirdness of the cinema. I mean, Alfred Hitchcock is a school. You can teach Alfred Hitchcock. You can teach Scorsese. You can teach David Lynch. These people are actually, for me, one of the best in the cinema era.
Yeah. But at the same time, like you won't like make those type of films, but you kind of are inspired by them, I guess.
I don't do this kind of films. Maybe I would one day, uh, but
Yeah.
but I'm more into the style of Tarkovsky, that he used to be the one of the most experimental and nostalgic
Yeah.
film.
Yeah.
This is my type, actually. I mean, the film I did, Turmoil, was a bit of inspiration as colors, as colors, was more inspired by Tarkovsky's colors.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, they're good films, obviously, right? So,
They are good films. They
yeah.
are good directors, actually. They are
Do you have
pretty
a
good.
do you have a favorite Scorsese movie?
Actually, no. For one reason, each film has his own. How do I say it? Has his own taste, if you want to say. I
Yeah.
mean, um for me, I do like to. How do I say it? It's like every film has the same concept of direction, but a different way to feel, yeah, different way of feeling the emotions.
Yeah.
Actually,
Exactly.
and lately I've seen the documentary of Scorsese, The Saints.
Yeah.
And this was new to me as Scorsese. The way it was new to me, and actually I did like this type of documentaries.
Gotcha. Well, man, I can't wait to see part two. I like this film a lot. I think it's really cool, and glad we get to show it at our experimental festival. So keep in
Thank you
touch
so much.
and let me know when your next film is done.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.